All right, hey, another Bible connection here at Corinth. We're actually in the area of the old Roman Forum, but archaeologists came and they excavated and found that below the old Roman Forum, from the time of Paul, that Roman Forum, before that time, going back to the ancient Greek civilization, somewhere around 200 or 300 BC, there used to be a running track right through here, okay? And part of how they know that, because of not only what they found, but they also found these starting blocks. And these have been found in several other places around the Greek Empire. And you can see that there was this long sort of row of rocks, but then every so often there were these indentations, okay, right here and right here. I'm gonna get Carla to demonstrate it in just a moment. Here's another one, here's here, and here's here. Have a race? Okay.
There you go.
And so what they would do is they put their feet in here like this, and then they would bend, and there would be a rope across, okay? And they'd be ready, and then they would drop the rope, and boom, they would go, okay? All right, so why do I mention all that? Well, because if you remember in studying your Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27, and other places in the New Testament, Paul makes a very interesting connection between living the Christian life and running a race. And he said, don't you know that when people are competing in a race, they run that only one may win the prize? And so they would have readily made that connection and understood what Paul was talking about. Oh, people are in races and they run, and you run hard, and that's the way we need to run and live the Christian life. And then the second thing, Paul said, now they do it to receive a perishable crown. And we know from various records and statue evidence around in the archaeological record that a part of what people received as a prize for winning the race was a wreath. And it was a wreath sometimes made out of laurel branches. And at one time, in one place, it was actually made out of celery. But obviously, those wreaths were perishable, right? They began to wilt and deteriorated over time. And Paul said they run the race to receive that. That was symbolic of victory for that day and age. But we run the race in order to receive an imperishable crown. So yeah, that's one of the great things about coming to a place like this, is that you begin to see that the Bible was written in a real place and in a real time in history, and you can make those awesome connections.